Hey everyone, Ranger here, and you can tell that, yep, today is a box day. So, yeah, so these are three figures that I actually ordered off of actually Amazon Japan's. So, yeah, I'm looking forward. These are, newer movie monster series figures that were released this year, and, order three because, well, since I didn't want to G Fest of this year, 2023, I thought, that doesn't mean that I can't treat myself to, some of kaiju vinyl goodness, if you guys know what I mean. But yeah, and actually, these three figures are sort of, in a way, helped me complete sort of my own imaginary lineup. But I'll explain that a little later. So, without further ado, let's commence. So yeah, these are, of course, the newer movie monster series, figures released. And as I open this, I do want to say, yes, I do know that the movie monster series is going to have a U.S. Distribution, well, at least a proper one, from what I know. So they'll be a bit more readily available on Amazon, which I think is a really great thing. That means there's less headache on paying for shipping and all that. Probably due to, the Godzilla store trying to do, a U.S. distribution. So, that it's great that, Toho has been, trying to expand, how to be more marketable with the Godzilla line. But yeah, so box is open. Alrighty, and alright. Let's check what we got here, and okay. Ooh. Wow. Make sure that we're good. Yes, we are. So, okay. So, let's take out the first one. So, first figure we got out of the baggie, and adjust the camera a little lower, is the Movie Monster series Batra Imago. So, yes, this is the adult Batra and the plastic felt, but yeah. Wow. Wow, this is... I'm really impressed by this guy. Of course, I am acknowledged that, it's a bit of a cop-out because of the missing, yellow under the wings, just like, some of their, recent figures has been kind of a cheap out with some of their paint, especially the Heisei Mothra. Oh my God, I've seen Shinra Jira's review, and oh man, but Batra, I'm really impressed with him. He actually looks a little bit better in person, actually. Yeah, just trying to see if there's any paint mishaps. No, not really. All right, actually, there is a bit of a paint mishap with the yellow here, but I think I can fix that in the future. But yeah, Move On series, Imago Batra, really nice, and really nice that the Imago Batra finally has a new figure, not like the the older Bandai figure, which I know that one is a relatively good figure, but is of course more expensive these days. And then don't get me started with the SH Monster Arts one. That one, oh boy, the hefty price point in my opinion. But yeah, actually just the camera a little bit lower. It's a little how it goes, but yeah, way more paper. All right. Technically, this one is a Godzilla kaiju, but it's still an exciting one and a more relevant one considering, a certain anime is going to be coming out. But let's take it out. We'll take her out, actually, because here we have the Super Gals from Gamera, Guardian of the Universe, and wow, look at this one. Yeah, she looks fantastic. And yes, the Super Gals is technically a she. So, one of the few female kaijus out there. But yeah, this is really nice. Really nice tag too. Yep, and I already do have the Hyper Gals from Gamera 3 from the older Movie Monster series lineup. So, but yeah, she looks fantastic. Yeah. I really love the orange under her wings, but yeah, really nice job with Super Gals. And I have heard that Daiei or Kadokawa, whichever company name is it Kadokawa? Yeah, it is Kadokawa now. I've heard that they allow Bandai to do just a little bit more. More they give Bandai a bit more of a budget when it comes to some of their Gamera figures when compared to their Godzilla figures, and yeah, I can kind of see that. But we're gonna save that for another time. But yeah, now oh, she goes. But yep, here we are. And last but not least, and probably the one I'm probably most excited for, since this, I've been meaning to get the older Moon Monster series figure of this guy, but thankfully they did a remold of him. Yep, and this is one of my favorite incarnations of the character, and that is in a good position. All right, here we have Fire Rodan. Yeah. All right, bit of a bent beak, but it's vinyl, and these guys literally came all the way from Japan. But yeah, Fire Rodan from the Heisei series, and looks really nice. Do wish that there was a bit of paint in the back, but that's okay, as he's mostly going to facing frontwards. But yeah, Fire Rodan. Any paint issue with him? Really? There is like a bit of a smudge on this horn, but that's kind of to be expected, since these guys were shipped literally from Japan. But yeah, Fire Rodan. I really love the colors on him, actually. So really nice job, nicely done there. So yeah, and funny how these are literally three winged flying kaijus, actually. So yeah, really nice there. So what do I mean that these figures kind of help me complete my own little lineup? Well, let me get some other figures in here and I'll show you why. And here we are. So you might be wondering, what is up with this strange mismatch of different figures? Well, you see, folks, these are actually the kaijus that I thought up in my mind for basically one of the main crossovers that I like doing as a side project, known as Godzilla and Gamera, Defenders of the Boiling Isles, because as some of you may know, I am a big fan of the Disney show The Owl House. I constantly binged the first season when I first started getting into the show. Then I greatly anticipated the second season. I mean, that hiatus was kind of a pain in the ass, but me and my best bud, Chris Zilla on Instagram, we went through it like a champ, and it was goddamn worth it. And yes, I did enjoy the final three, specials. I mean, kind of wish that the show went on a little longer, but what we got, it was such a great show. And if you guys look in the back right here, this is actually one of my first artworks I did at my local campus. So yeah, you can kind of see what I got in here. I got Godzilla and Gamera, Super Gauss and Fire Rodan, Modified Gigan, Monster X, Kaiser Ghidorah, Batra, Mothra, Destoroyah, Baragon, Angus, and Variant. I mean, yeah, so basically me, Chrisilla, and unfortunately, one other friend of ours, well, I should say, if I get the camera back in sort of this position. Yeah, so, with me, Chrisilla, and one of our ex-buddies, I should say. I don't want to talk too much because me and this certain friend, he was kind of causing a bit of drama, particularly with Chris. So I had to, take drastic action and, kind of, push him off to the side. It's a long story that I kind of don't want to talk about too much, but yeah. So essentially, this crossover it kind of means a little bit special to me, even though, of course, it's in literally in my mindset. But really, that crossover that I've made up is one of the reasons why I'm an artist. Is being really creative of what you can do with your imagination, how you can apply that in art form. And I really owe a lot to myself and all of my other friends who greatly support and still do with this meta crossover I have here. And I'm really glad that I finally got the essential main kaiju's in figure form. Won't lie that I may have added a few more down the line, but these are essentially the main ones that I have for the crossover. And let's say almost every one of them is, fully representative on my artwork, except for Baragon. Technically, that's the show Baragon, and mine is the GMK Baragon, but that's okay. It's close enough. But yeah, so yeah, this looks really awesome. I'm really proud that I managed to accumulate, all these, different figures to help, make this, my figure form of this crossover, possible. And I know that a lot of them are kind of varying sizes, particularly with Ingress and Varan. They're, a little bit on the bigger side. Destroy is a little bit on the smaller side, but I don't care. This looks really badass in my opinion, and you betcha that I've actually made. I did got a new shelf, and I particularly made this particular shelf a dedication to this crossover. So, yeah, if I expect to see that if I do a collection update and all that, but yeah, so this sort of my quick unboxing, and as well as me discussing why this particular figure mishap here is important to me. But yeah, and also thank you for those who send questions for my Q&A for the 28th. Well, actually the 28th, which is July 28th. That is the deadline for questions. But I'm getting enough that I can do the Q&A, and once the 28th is here, I start recording, and yeah, you guys can expect the Q&As by the time August hits. So yeah, so thank you guys, so much for watching, and make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you guys next time.